Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Existence Podcast, Episode 3. I am joined here today by Kyle, or K-Thors, Liam 22DDFGW, ISO Gravity, and Mick Peach Pies. And with your lovely host, Noah.
My lovely host, or the lovely host.
Yeah. Hey.
My lovely host.
So what have you got in store for us today, Noah?
Well, we're going to be talking about a variety of things, such as Minecon and the news revolving around Minecon, such as the Aquatic update. We're also going to be talking about the UHC in Episode 1 that just released recently. And we're going to be talking about our new members, Sky, the unaccompanied minor, Waddles, and returning members such as Duo and myself. And we also have some other miscellaneous topics.
I love how you mentioned that. Like, the fact that I wrote Mizik on the list and you still included it as a topic.
Yeah, you know it. You gotta be a professional.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah. Alright, so obviously, Minecon Earth recently ended, and with that came a whole host of information revolving 1.13 and more importantly 1.14, with the whole focus being on the ocean, involving hot and cold oceans,
Wait,
new
are
ocean
hot and
life.
cold oceans?
Yeah, there's like different temperatured oceans now.
Oh,
Really? I didn't know that. That's
Patrick,
cool.
you gotta keep up with these times here.
Yeah. So
Slacking.
well, it's
So
funny
what
you
do you
mentioned-
guys? So what do you guys think about these this new information?
Well, I completely
I have
missed
something
Minecon.
I'd like to share.
Yeah, Liam.
So I'm a little curious with how these oceans are going to work. If you haven't noticed, building underwater, it doesn't work too well with the lighting of the game. So you saw the screenshots they released. The coral was really bright, and everything seemed very bright. And I'm curious how they're going to do that.
Oh yeah, they chugged night vision. Did you not see the particles?
No, I didn't. I only saw stills.
Well, I know that
Oh.
they did something to the way that water renders too.
No. Okay. So
Similar to Optifine.
so remember the video they showed about how water goes through fences now?
I hate that.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
like that either.
yeah. We'll get to
It
that.
makes
But that
sense,
was
but it's like, yeah, it's odd.
that clip was recorded on the far superior version, Bedrock Edition.
Far
Ooh,
superior.
Yeah, it's clearly better.
So in the
Clearly.
previous episode of the podcast, you guys talked about the Better Together update and all that, and I recall, I think it was Sean who said, "Well, what are the good things about it?" And I'm pretty sure you had one good point compared to
It has
like a million.
It has
bad
better.
points.
It has better in the title. So therefore,
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
everyone knows. Everyone knows better means better.
Mm. So are they?
One thing
are
that...
Oh, go ahead, Kyle.
No, you go, Patrick.
No, you go, please.
No, you go.
Okay, I will then.
I insist.
So, what was I going to say? Oh, right. With the update, I think it must be 1.14 that this updates. Is that what the Aquatic update's meant to be? 1.14?
It's the
Yeah.
updated. It's the updated Aquatic. Thank you very much.
I hate that name. It's like so pointless. Why not just do it the other way around?
It's improper.
Just
Yeah.
blame the Swedes.
The Swedes. So, from what I'm aware of, they're going to be releasing the update at the same time for all platforms. Is that right?
Yeah.
So they'll be doing it on Minecraft, quote unquote, and then Java Edition at the same time.
I'm very curious if they'll get it spot on the same, or if there's going to be differences and glitches between the two.
Noah, what is that noise? Okay, no answer.
Yeah, I honestly wonder if it'll be... Well, because right now there's lots of features that the game share, but they're different enough to notice and for it to be obnoxious.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
like this
absolutely.
exclusive feature known as the Book and Quill.
Do they not have that yet?
Yeah, the book and cool's not in Bedrock.
No, it
I don't
is,
think
but
so.
it's a different. It's like completely different
It's
user
like the
interface.
journal or something.
I think it's still called the Book and Quill.
It had been a long time since it was added, and yeah.
See, I remember back in the day when I first started playing Pocket Edition, and the Nether was the Nether reactor,
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
I remember that. There are no caves.
and yeah, there were no caves. It was a completely just square world, like it was limited. And I remember the Nether
256 by
reactor.
256.
Was it?
Gotta get that that stone
Yeah.
cutter also.
Yes, good. I remember when
Stone
they
Cutter,
added
my
that. That was
favorite.
revolutionary. But the thing I loved most about the Nether Reactor was that it created not the big box of Netherrack, which it did in one of the newer updates, but it created a big giant box of obsidian. And that was just
Obsidian,
the
yeah, I remember
coolest
that.
thing. It was like ridiculous to get inside. And then I remember they added, what was it? It was
Pig
quartz. Hey?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
quartz was 1.5.
Yeah,
Quartz
you
came
could just,
first.
like-
Quartz came before. Came Pocket Edition before. Well, what was Minecraft? But
Really?
with the update Aquatic, I'd imagine they're trying to avoid that because I mean, it's been happening for a while. Like they got Terracotta in Pocket Edition before Java Edition got it. I was gonna say before we got it.
Well,
Yeah, but we
didn't
also
Java
got
get it in the
Snapchat.
snapshots first,
Yeah, we
but
got
then like they
snapshots.
got it official release before
Yeah.
we did.
They don't have
And then
Snapchat.
console
Yeah,
was
how
like
does that gonna work?
2 years behind.
How do they not have snapshots?
They do have betas,
Oh.
which you can get on the Windows 10 PCs, but you have to sign up to be a beta tester or something like that. I'm not sure how that goes.
And I think that's where Minecraft loses a lot of its freedom. Like, it's really
Yeah.
restricted, and I hope that they... I don't know, it's kind of like... I wish I was there for the last podcast, but I wasn't.
Maybe you can buy freedom in the market.
Yeah. God, it's actually like, it's kind of absurd. It takes away what made the Minecraft community unique.
It's what made the game so popular is the freedom of it. It's
Just the
basically a
open
port
access.
of console edition now. Console edition always had paid everything, and
Yeah.
now that's what
Well,
PC is.
that's what
getting.
Xbox is like. Xbox Live has always been like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's very not open. Microsoft or Sony controls everything, and I don't like that at all.
Sony? What do you mean
Well,
Sony?
not in this case.
Oh, right, but
For
just generalize, yeah.
Just generalize, yeah.
Like PlayStation
One thing
Network.
that's really great about the Better Together update is I'm assuming updates will come on it faster because they have to code for one platform as opposed to like 6 because the Xbox and the Switch and the PS4 are all different, and Pocket Edition now it's all just one big platform.
Oh, I see. So that you're saying that everything will be... Well, it'd be easier for
Yeah.
them to code the update because they won't have
they
to
don't
code
have to.
all the different platforms.
Yeah, they don't have to code 6 different updates. They just have to code it twice, once for Bedrock, once for Java.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope
assume
that's the
so.
case.
I assume it... Well, I'd imagine they'd have to do something to make it
Yeah,
work on
but
different
it's-
platforms.
It's the same code base, so it should be very similar. A whole lot more similar than it was in the past.
Mm. I think
At least I imagine.
the interesting thing will be about how similar the updates are. Like, sure, we'll probably get the same features, but how different things interact, because, I mean, there's so many different aspects in the different editions that, while they should be the same, they're not. Like, if you look at how,
Yeah.
like,
That's
Redstone
exactly what I
stuff
was
works.
curious about.
Mm.
It's what I was curious about when you mentioned that they would be releasing the updates at the same time. What are the differences going to be? Because I'm sure they won't get it spot on.
Have you seen the Pocket
Some
Edition or the
ports.
Windows 10 Edition boats?
No.
Votes or boats?
Boats.
Boats.
Yeah, I've seen the
They're-
boats.
They're the same as the really early snapshots. You use the left and right. The
Oh,
A
those
and D
were like
keys.
the best boats ever.
No, they're terrible. And you
I
use the
love
switch
not being
grab,
able to go
wooden
straight
shovel to grab
forward. I love having the only turn left and right and try to go forward. That's my favorite. What are you talking
You
about?
just
held
need to
down the
map
two
your
buttons at the
left
same
and
time.
right key. No, you just need to map your left and right key to the same key.
When
Right.
those snapshots came
So-
out, I really enjoyed that. I thought it was a cool feature about how you had to go left and right and you had to kind of think
It-
backwards and stuff.
It was, but it's just weird, the inconsistencies. Like, you use a wooden shovel to craft boats in
Yeah, that was
Pocket
odd.
Edition, and the controls are weird. It's
So-
just one of the many inconsistencies.
So one big thing I'm actually really excited for, this is actually 1.13. I guess this was talked about a bit at Minecon. I would have to say the flattening. The flattening is my favorite new feature, even though it breaks
Flattening?
everything. The flattening.
what do you
they're
mean?
okay. So they're getting rid of block IDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call it the flattening. And see, when they got rid of block IDs, they immediately added a bunch of blocks that people have wanted. For example, like oak bark.
Oh, yeah, that's
like
very exciting.
Smooth bits, smooth.
In all fairness, those
stone.
blocks have always been there.
Yeah, but now you can
Not
easily access them.
survival. Just
They're
like
a
the
bit- yeah.
petrified slab. Heard about
Oh,
that?
that's my
So
favorite.
scared, so spooked.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
That's gonna be intense.
I'm really hoping that they add slab stairs of like everything now because like prismarine slabs and stairs, especially with the update Aquatic coming soon. Underwater building is gonna be great, and everyone knows it. And, you just know.
It's gonna be
Yeah, I'm
interesting
excited
to
to be
see.
able to use slabs underwater. That's gonna
I'm
be
very excited
Yeah,
for
I was gonna say how it's gonna be interesting to see how all the different blocks are affected by water.
Yeah, I wonder if there's going to be any blocks that you can use to get air pockets underwater now, like ladders or any. Or will there be nothing at all?
I'm not sure, because from what I've seen, water flows through fences, signs.
Climbing ladders
Gates.
underwater seems kind of weird.
I think there needs to be some sort of exception, like
There
it'll
does.
break so many farms.
nether brick fence, maybe have it not flow through.
But
Oh,
even then,
air-
like, take my
like-
guardian farm, that's made of signs. They can't fall through nether brick fences.
No.
Maybe there
It's
can
gonna
be
break
nether
so
brick
much.
fence gates.
Yeah, but
They
then
can't
like
fall through
gates,
them.
water should fall
If
through
you open them.
gates. Like it doesn't make if they're gonna add an exception, then it doesn't really make sense. Like
Yeah.
why would one
Doesn't.
block allow water to flow through and another doesn't, but they're the same thing more or less?
But
So-
you almost need it because underwater building is so difficult without it, and there's so many mob farms that just simply won't work unless you have a fix. Like even basic mob farms, you use signs to stop the water for the water
Like,
elevator.
yeah, skeleton farms and things.
Yeah. It's gonna be I think it's gonna cause a lot of problems when the update comes out with like all these farms and everything that have been pre-established. It's gonna so many things are gonna break instantly as soon as like anything updates. If you think on Existence, all the different farms and stuff around town and everything, we're probably gonna have to like either just not care enough about them to have to fix them, or then do
Or
something to
completely
prepare them for the update.
But
Yeah.
there is nothing we can do to change it.
Dude,
Like,
yeah, we'd
there's
have
no
to-
We'd have
alternative.
to-
Different design, yeah. And for guardian farms, I don't know what you're gonna do for those.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
I guess you could have flowing water, but like, and push them down, but there's no efficient way to move them.
Yeah, then it's all of a sudden incredibly inefficient. So
mm.
Why don't
yeah.
you like have underwater minecarts?
Well, that doesn't even
Yeah,
make
they-
sense.
Do nothing.
Think about it. So you know how water will go through blocks. So what if it goes through minecart tracks?
Yeah, but then it doesn't
It
make
already
sense.
breaks,
But what if it doesn't in 1.14, the update Aquatic?
but it doesn't make
submarine
sense.
minecarts.
Change.
Could have submarine minecarts.
Well, they'll just be submarines.
Exactly, but they run along a minecart track.
So it's like a underwater roller coaster.
Yes.
Like-
I'm actually fairly excited for this next update. It's gonna let me realize a vision I had last season when I wanted to make that
Vision.
giant aquarium, but there were no underwater mobs. But now we're gonna have underwater mobs, and I'm very
oh,
curious.
that's gonna be really exciting.
Yeah.
The
I'm very
dolphins.
curious how
It's,
I will
it's
be able
just
to like.
a dolphin. Liam is just a dolphin.
dolphin
He
is
doesn't-
fish.
I'm still excited. It's a whole
Guardian.
new behavior.
There's
So, like-
fish.
Why
Yeah,
don't
there's
you-
gonna be fish.
Why don't you make SeaWorld?
That would be
You
great, but
can.
how am I gonna catch and transport them? Is the question.
You
Am I gonna
can
have
pick
to-
them up in a bucket.
The fish.
Really?
Fish,
Not the
fish, you
dolphins.
can probably not.
It's like a whole
Get them in
dolphin
a
in a
boat.
bucket.
I'm gonna
a bucket of dolphins.
build a water slide the entire distance of the world.
Well, what I did with the Elder Guardian on Existence Season 1 is you could actually put Elder Guardians in minecarts, so maybe you can do that with dolphins. I don't know.
I mean, you could put
I hope
most
they don't
mobs in
make it
minecarts,
so-
I think.
Well, but what I'm thinking is when they leave the water, they die because they have to be in the water. So what are they gonna do with
Squid
that?
do that, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
you can actually put squids on leads in the Bedrock Edition. It's really cool.
Really? That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Why would you
I
even
spent-
need to?
I think I sent Oki a video of this once of just me like going up to the water, putting a lead on a squid, and just pulling it out onto the land. So funny. I was like
You're a
pulling it.
terrible
Al-
person,
It's
Leo.
like real life
was pulling
fishing.
I was pulling it along the land, and it was trying to like ink on the land.
Oh,
It was
that's right,
really
because
cool. I'm
they
gonna
ink
find that
in
video
Bedrock
for
Edition,
later.
don't they?
Yeah, if you
Oh,
get close
man.
to them, they squirt
Game
you
mode
with their
4,
juices.
Game mode 4 squid.
Yeah, it's
The
similar to
squid
the Game Mode
modules
4
I'm working
module.
on.
That if you get too close to a squid, they ink you and you get blinded.
Squirt.
I'm just
So,
wondering,
Mario
like,
Kart.
even
Like
with all
Mario
the
Kart.
changes, like how all the additions are going to change the way that, like, the game is played with the oceans and all that, with all the fish. Like, how is that going to, like, when you're fishing, are they going to, like, can you catch the actual fish, or are they still going to, like, spawn in
Ooh.
the quote-unquote virtual fish?
That's a good question, you know?
Well, like, if they were to change fishing completely, because like you wouldn't be able to fish books or name tags or anything out unless like they were lying at the bottom of the ocean, which I highly
Maybe-
doubt will happen.
Yeah.
Maybe the fish ate some enchanted books and
That
they
would be pretty cool, though.
The fish eat enchanted books.
yeah. They just decided to eat a man in book one day.
Num num num.
You have to
No, you get
slice-
enchanted fish, is what you get.
Yeah, no enchanted books anymore. You just enchant.
Yeah,
it's
you
just
combine
enchanted
enchanted fish with your tools.
And then it also attracts cats when you're holding your weapon. You gotta rub the fish guts on
Oh,
your,
stop it.
So they've added the fish. What else? They added the dolphins.
They added the beautiful trident, which should also work on land all the time. But no,
Wait, the trident doesn't work on land?
no,
It only works when it's raining.
which is dumb. Like,
Yeah, it's like a silly workaround. It's like, if it's raining, it'll work. It was like,
why don't
yeah.
you
You
just
can still
like,
use it as a melee weapon,
I can
can't you?
transport dolphins on land. Is what- I can have land dolphins.
land
when it's raining.
dolphins.
when it rains, I actually drowned.
The dolphins.
I'm having a vision of dolphins like swimming up the rain because.
Yeah, that's how it works, Liam.
Yeah,
What does the
it's
trident
raining hard
actually
enough.
do?
Okay, so the trident is kind of like a spear.
Yeah.
It's like you take it and you charge it
You
up like a
throw it,
bow,
eh?
and then you throw it. It's also that's like its main attack. I think you can also do melee damage, but it isn't as strong.
There's enchant you can get to fly back to you. So basically, just be like a bow that only works underwater. And
Yeah, it's like
probably-
you boomerang it.
Your boomerang.
And bows don't really work underwater,
Yeah,
so it's
boomerang,
basically like a replacement bow.
I'm just hoping that
Yeah.
it doesn't end up being something like the Totem of Undying.
Which is completely useless.
Yeah, pretty much.
No one ever uses it.
Because
Yeah.
with the
I don't
totem,
Yeah.
it's like so rare, it's almost pointless. Like, why would you, like, if you use it, is it really worth it?
It's also the Totem of Undyings are also like really like they're made for people who aren't as good as the game as experts. Or
I guess the
Yeah.
totem,
They're made
it's
yeah.
useful for, like, if you're going exploring or something, or going somewhere where it's hard to retrieve your items. Like the end, for example. If you're going exploring the end, and if you have a totem, then it saves you from losing all your stuff in the middle of nowhere. But other than that, I
even
find it
then,
quite pointless.
It's not hard to get back to your stuff in the end. You just, if you have the coordinates, it's easy.
Yeah.
you know, we need an item for us experts. We need the totem of dying, which just makes all mobs target you from further away, do more damage.
Oh, that'd be
But-
great.
That's an interesting point that you have there. You say it makes it easier with coordinates. So will the totem of undying be more useful in the bedrock edition where you can't get coordinates?
Wait, can you not
Actually,
get
they
coordinates
added,
in the Bedrock
they added
edition?
the feature to get coordinates. It's in
Is it on
settings
maps now? Oh, it's
No,
but
it's-
it's
it's in
technically
settings.
a cheat though. If you want to
No,
turn it
it's,
on, you have to enable cheats.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, I
That's
didn't think it was.
really disappointing. It's
I
just
know a
really
couple
dumb.
people who are on YouTube. Like if any of you watch Dallas Med, he does but the Bedrock edition, and he lives by strict rules and won't turn cheats on. But he really wants the coordinates, and you have to enable cheats to get your coordinates, which is
That's really
kinda
dumb.
sad.
All right, back to the topic of the trident. One thing I'm really interested in is how it will change the course of PvP. Like,
How do you even
obviously,
get it?
PvP. Oh, we don't know, but
Oh.
like, if we have PvP servers will probably, I mean, if they ever decide to get off 1.8, they probably use the trident. I'm interested to see how it will work in PvP combat because obviously it's a melee weapon. I hope it has like extra like you can hit farther away with it, but I don't know.
mean, it's gonna be a bonus weapon for the VIPs of the server that they get to buy.
Oh yes, because
Yeah.
you can totally do that now.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be sold as a cosmetic or a skin.
That's what we need on Existence.
Yeah, we need loot box
Pay to play.
I mean, isn't that what we're already doing?
Oh, I hope so. That'd be nice.
Alright.
But with the trident, I guess it all depends on how you get it. I hope that they don't make it something you can only find or like a rare item. It depends. Well, it's tricky because it depends how. I guess it depends. If it's really like hard to get, it's kind of pointless, and it also affects multiplayer servers because that's the problem I think that it's been having on a lot of the updates recently is how it affects multiplayer.
Yeah.
And another thing I think about the trident is basically the impression I got is it wasn't supposed to be like a good PvP weapon. It was their answer to the bow not working underwater.
Yeah, it's like it's more like a dedicated underwater weapon, I guess. It's not really intended for land use. It's specifically for underwater, which is fair enough. I mean, it's a trident after all.
So if you get struck by lightning while fishing, your fishing rod becomes a trident.
Nice.
Really?
How many times have you been struck by lightning in general?
I'm just kidding. And just because if you get a creeper struck by lightning, it gets charged. If you get a pig struck by lightning, it becomes a pigman. Or no, even better, if you get your bow struck by lightning while in a rainstorm, it becomes a trident.
Stricken by lightning or struck by lightning.
It'll be so rare. It freaking has to. How about lightning has to hit the arrow that you shoot?
Please stop.
So then you go out in thunderstorms and just start.
I think what they need to do is, if you have a trident and you get struck by lightning while standing in water, you turn into Aquaman.
Yes,
get the ability to walk on water.
No, that's Jesus. Confusing your superheroes there.
Yeah, let's just convert water breathing into water walking.
Sounds good. Well, mind you, with I think Frostwalker is quite underappreciated, to be honest.
On the topic of Frostwalker, have you guys ever thought about how Frostwalker would be good in the UHC? Hey, let's talk about the UHC episode 1.
How would Frostwalker benefit you in UHC?
That's a segue.
Swift transition.
Wait, can we go back? I have a better transition, okay?
Okay, go.
So we were talking about how totems of undying are completely useless, right? Well, one scenario where they'd be very useful is the UHC. Okay, let's talk about the UHC that.
So you'd be willing to battle a wall of Vindicators in a UHC
just to get the totem?
To get a totem of undying.
I mean, if you were careful about it, it's doable.
And plus you get to take like an extra 2 hits from a person. That's 2 hits you could use to kid them with 2 hits.
I feel like your time would be better spent getting gold for golden apples.
Yeah. Also, by the way,
or mining to find caves.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, you can mine. Who mined to find caves in the season 1 episode? No, season 2.
Well, hey, we got to watch out here because only episode 1 of the UHC has been released so far.
Yeah,
they came out
on Sunday
and
today.
Is uploading
technically. Yeah,
because this podcast is already running late.
Who wants to go over their experience in season 1, what they were thinking when they did their
in season 1
actions? In season 2,
episode 1.
Episode 1.
The only thing I really remember, I don't want to give us spoilers. The only thing I remember certainly was in episode 1 was I mentioned having an ad break, and I actually put it in there to see if people would notice. Like halfway through the video, the ad, and I hit ISO by accident.
Yeah, what happened there? Because I remember just me and Waffle Stick, special guest.
He just walked in front of me.
He just walked in front of you?
Yep.
Wow.
I think it was a little bit more than that.
Hey, go watch our videos.
ACG and I shared our frustration about AP exams.
Wow. How exciting.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the life of an AP student. And we just had no luck with anything. It seemed like the everything was against us. Like everything was against us.
Just like life. Just like the life of an AP student.
Noah, how did your first episode go?
I think Eli and I went ABBA meat hunting.
ABBA meat hunting.
Yeah, we were just doing. We found a ravine like right off spawn, so we went and fiddled around in there, got armor, and then we just did dumb stuff. Like we went hunting for cows, chickens. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That sounds fun.
ACG and I did plan to build a shop. but that didn't happen because we ran out of time. But we were gonna set up a shop, around spawn, but kind of fell through.
What was
Wait
the
for
shop
next
gonna
season.
sell?
Well, I don't want to give the idea away just in case we do it next season. So
Oh,
unless
of
you
course,
become
okay.
unless you become my partner and walk in front of me also, then I don't know if you'll be able to know.
Okay.
For me, well, the first episode for me and Wafflestick was basically we probably should have moved on sooner, but we didn't. We kind of just stuck around the same area and collected a whole bunch of food. And then we realized we were right next to the border as well. So we had to travel on pretty quick. And then we didn't even like get very far. We crossed the ocean basically, and then it was nighttime and the episode was over. And it kind of
Yeah, you really can't do much in 20 minutes. Me and ISO barely got underground and the timer went off.
Oh, also we messed up the daylight. Well, I messed up the daylight.
Oh yeah, daylight. That was fun.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I watched back the footage, and the day, or the UHC did start with time set 0. But then for some reason I thought that a whole day was 20 minutes and not a whole, like, cycle. So when the sun did start going down, I thought that time started at midday. Which,
Idiot.
honestly,
So-
it just messed up everything.
It did.
By like
So
10 minutes.
Patrick, this was actually something that came up on a few of mine ACG's videos about how you set the sun at such a low level. Like it looked like it was just about to set. So every time I looked at the sky, I did have a little bit of like an anxiety attack. Then I was like, oh yeah, cycle's not going on. But like it wasn't like the sun was not high in the sky. It was like low in the sky.
What, during the
was
infinite day?
During the UH, yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
it was like infinite about to be night.
what happened is basically because I had to override it. This is in a later episode, by the way. Because I had to readjust the time, I just set it straight to 0. But later on, after that, I set it to day, which is a little bit higher. I think it's about
6,000.
6,000 is midday.
Oh.
But anyway, I changed it a little bit. I think other than that, the UHC basically went, like, everything went to plan in terms of the operations and functions of it. Which is good, because...
I mean,
Successful.
the winning team never went to plan. I mean, a different team won than the team that was supposed to.
Who was supposed to win?
Hey,
Me.
shh.
But
Spoilers.
I find out me didn't win because me wasn't me. Oh, you got bamboozled! I don't know.
Right.
It was a joke. I didn't. So let's get on to our next topic.
I'm still going to want to talk a little bit more about the update Aquatic and what else they've
Okay,
announced.
well, fine. We'll go back to update Aquatic. Then go
Coding
back.
Kids Next Door.
So they added the coral reefs, didn't they?
Yeah.
How are they going to generate? Like, is it in certain temperature oceans or what?
Well, you see, they won't generate.
No, like in new terrain.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. That's a good question.
Maybe
They
they'll
kind of
take
just showed
behavior
off
from,
everything,
like,
but they haven't
forests.
really, like, orcs.
Hey, you know what would be a really good thing for Mojang to do? Why don't they just not show off? Yeah, let's just not generate coral. Then we can say, oh, the reason is because the oceans are too warm. Maybe we should stop global warming.
Yes, they're
Maybe it would
they're
just
gonna
behave like underwater coral, or underwater chorus.
How do you mean?
Like, what if it behaves like with the growing, where it kind of starts at the bottom and then like grows up?
But
As
would
in,
it
like,
generate in
the
like?
seed packet?
I'd assume it would only generate in like warmer oceans.
Well, what the question is are you thinking it's going to be more like a plant, or you think it's going to be more like it generates like a structure and it
I think
doesn't
it'd be
change?
more like a structure, but I think it'd be cool if it kind of grew slightly.
Yeah,
but-
That would be cool.
That's what I was getting at.
I'm just wondering how that would work, though.
Well, that's something for the developers to find out.
The developers to find out.
Yeah,
I think it's for them to know and us to find out. But they'll
more
probably
so
give
for
us.
them to, them
It's
to
for us to
guess
know
and check
and
until it works.
It's for us to know and then for to find out, clearly.
I don't know how like much information they're going to be giving out. Because it is
Well,
like it's the update after next. That's what we have to keep in mind. Is it's not like the next update. It's after
not
that.
super soon.
Yeah, 1.13 is the update with all the new blocks, all the new command system,
Mm.
and then 1.14 is update Aquatic.
So I mean that could be anywhere from like 3 to 6 months.
Well, remember 1.11, they announced it at a Minecon, and then it was like October when it came out, wasn't it? It was like late in the...
Yeah, it would have been about
I don't
October, I
remember
think.
exactly. But it was
Yeah.
like, they announced it at a Minecon, then the next year it was out. Like, it was a long time.
Well, 1.9 was even longer.
That's true.
Because what?
Yeah, you had about 12 episodes on Snapshot Survival.
Yeah, there were heaps. I'm trying to think, because Minecon would have been 2015 Minecon. When was that? Like September?
I think they've all been September, haven't they?
Usually, I think. And then it came out in February.
Do you remember?
So that was like a good 6 months or so. Well, not quite 6 months, but I'm pretty sure. I think 1.9 was the longest gap between... Was it the snapshots?
1.8 to 1.9 was the biggest gap of
Yeah.
updates.
So
1.8
I've
was
got a
good
question
update.
for you guys regarding these updates in the current version. Has anyone else been having lots of problems with the lighting?
Yes.
Yes.
It's almost like smooth. It looks like smooth lighting is not taking effect,
Finally,
Yeah.
people will realize that smooth lighting is bad.
or
It's
it will.
not.
It's not bad.
Well,
or
what do you
It
mean?
is bad. It looks smooth lighting is ugly.
Because I was trying to play Torch Fairy on Existence because I'm getting a lot of mobs, so I need to get rid of all the spawning space. And I went around placing torches, and you don't see the effect of the torch
No, well,
until I would have to I'd have to go into Optifine settings, turn off smooth lighting, and turn it back on to see the dark spots.
I find that if you have your brightness on full, then you don't really see as much into the detail.
Well, I play at 50%. So there's just some problems going on with it. And I don't know if it's because of Optifine itself or something's up with the game. Because we can't forget that Mojang still has bugs to fix in along with adding all of these new features. And I wonder if they're really focusing on that, because if they start adding all of this new stuff and kind of forget about the old bugs and
Yeah.
introduce new bugs, there's going to be a lot of bugs.
Well, I mean, they have the bug tracker for a reason.
Yeah, but I
They
know
also
that
have
lots
fans
of
who don't
bugs
want to
they
wait.
don't fix. Like, for example, you know that Guardian farm bug on
What with the...
season 1 of Existence? That's still a bug.
Wait, which one?
The Nether portals, the
Well,
Nether portal bug on
That's
servers.
a whole, like, nether portal thing, and from what I remember Sean saying is that to fix that bug, they'd have to completely recode nether portals or something.
Okay,
Hey,
that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Do you guys know who uses nether portals?
Everyone.
Everyone who
Skydy
plays Minecraft.
accompanied Miner and Waddles.
You're really
Oh,
bad
yeah,
at
there-
segues.
Those names
Yeah.
sound oddly familiar and selective
Yeah.
for some reason. Would you
There
like
are
to explain?
newest members on Existence.
Sorry,
They're
are we
pretty-
just leaving the last topic?
I don't know,
Yeah.
Noah seems to be very pushy.
I know.
I mean, yeah. Alright.
Good job, Noah. Good job.
Thank
Take
you.
us along to the next topic. We weren't ready.
Doesn't
It's a
matter. You don't
premature topic.
It's okay. It's okay. Premature things are kind of good sometimes.
So, well,
Okay.
is there anything else with the aquatic update since Noah's decided that he doesn't want to talk about it anymore?
Yes.
Okay, I had one more
Monster of the
question.
Night Skies.
Oh yeah, true that.
Oh
The
yeah,
whole
the
Minecon-
things
I forgot
are
about
bad.
They're like, let's like
They're
everyone
called-
else decide.
The Fanta Rays.
Is that what they're called?
That's what I call them. They're cool and pretty.
So they, from what I'm aware, is they hunt down players who haven't slept for 2 days.
Me. And we'll find... Okay, I'm looking on the wiki. It says, a new hostile flying mob spawning at high altitudes is attracted to insomnia and will find players who haven't slept for many days. It will swoop down in groups and bite your flesh.
Yum yum yum.
So
So
like,
does the game keep track then with some sort of data table on how long it's been since you slept already, or are they gonna have to add some?
I imagine there will be some sort of in-game scoreboard.
Yeah, because I'm wondering how they'll do
Or
that.
just it'll be a data tag probably. There'll be a timer, well not a timer, a counter.
Can you imagine?
It'll be
if just
stored in
data.
your data.
Mm-hmm.
What if they just make it really trolly? So like the second you have not slept 2 days in a row, you just die.
Wow. I
That's what I
think
want.
it's kind of dumb. Like the whole, it's pointless. Essentially, it's a pointless mob. Like, is it going to drop anything? Is there any reason to kill it, or is it just like you're going to
Yeah,
be
you
there
don't
to be
wanna
annoying?
die.
You mean the llama?
Yeah, because that's what Mojang's been doing recently. They've just been adding pointless mobs.
We don't need another llama.
Mind you,
We
you know,
need
llamas
more
are cool
llamas.
ambient mob, but they don't do anything. They're like horses. They just drop leather. Like
They're
I mean,
worse
I still
horses.
got attacked
They're
by one with
useless.
its like nasal juice.
Oh, what?
the last decent thing they did to mobs was probably when they made sheep drop mutton.
Shulkers.
Or shulkers too.
When they
yeah.
messed up coding the pig and made the creeper.
Oh yeah, that was a good
Ah.
one.
That was lame. I prefer the original pig model.
It's. I just wish they hadn't made everyone like they hadn't done, which was a pity attempt to make interaction bigger and have the whole voting system.
Yeah, I wish they just picked the one that they thought would have been the best.
Yeah,
one.
or just like added all of them.
Yeah,
that's
that would be
why
good
can't they
too.
just do?
I mean, though, I
Whereas,
think the worst part is they
all of the
openly.
above?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Liam.
Huh? Oh, I was saying, where's option all of the above?
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
sorry. But
Like, it's
they-
gonna be out in a mod very soon. They gave away all 4 mobs, all of their features. It can be done in a mod.
I've seen people
though
do
I
it in
think
mods.
I think the worst part is not only did they admit that they were lacking content in places like the ocean, the sky, the nether, but they just decided to scrap their ideas for content just for a pity attempt to get like a little bit of hype for Minecon Earth. Finally, we don't have to pay to go visit and see all the new Minecraft news and experience something really cool that we've been supporting for years. No, we just get to watch it on a live stream, which is underhyped. So we're gonna say, "Ooh, we're launching a new mob in here. Look at us!"
Sure, that's
Woo."
very bad acting.
The whole concept
man,
of
I think
Minecon
my-
Earth was flawed, like ridiculous. I
think-
watched the
I think
intro
my
to it
favorite
and I
part-
just couldn't help. It was just, it was horrible. It was
Was
agonizing
it only
to
streamed
watch.
on YouTube? Was it streamed
It was
anywhere besides YouTube?
Streamed
Twitch, I
on
think.
Minecraft.net and Mixer.
Yeah,
Ah.
me, Kyle, and ACG watched it and we would just laughed for most of it. Like, it was designed for children, and fair enough, Minecraft's target audience is children, but
Which
they
is
need to bear in
sad.
mind that there are teenagers, there
Mm.
are adults that do play
Yeah.
this game.
That's, yeah, exactly right. I think they got the complete. The whole thing is they're trying to make as much money as they can off these kids who will go to their parents and be like, buy this and that. When that's not what Minecraft is meant to be about at all. It's meant to be the whole community. Like if you look at map making, and like Planet Minecraft and the wiki and all that stuff, it was all this massive, way of spreading and sharing all your builds, and now you have to pay for all this stuff. You have to buy it from people.
Yeah.
Like, and sure, it's great that all these creators and map making stuff are making, they're getting payback
they're getting yeah.
for what they've done, but it's like that you have to do that. Like that's the only way, and
And Microsoft takes a massive portion of it.
It makes me kind
No,
of
it's actually I'm actually friends with one of the I guess one content creator. I think it's a 55-45 split. That's kind of intense. 55 being the creator.
yeah, but still, like it takes away the whole thing, the whole concept of Minecraft.
It does.
It's just like it's so restrictive now, and that's why I don't think I'll ever stop playing Java Edition, is because Minecraft, quote unquote, is just like whether or not they have it's sure, it's got all the same features, but it's in the broader spectrum of things, it's a completely different game.
Yeah.
Not just
It
like
really
playing
makes
the
me
game, but the
sick with
actual
the,
way that it operates.
Yeah.
I hate
I'm not gonna
the
say,
new
but I don't think that I'm gonna stop playing the Java Edition anytime soon, just with the way Bedrock's going.
I was gonna say I hate the new marketing. I feel it really is kind of a scam with taking advantage of these kids who, they don't really know better. Like, they don't know that they can install these maps and store it for free.
Mm.
And then you're going to the parents. It's just they're scamming the parents through the kids.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's
It's
no good.
it's I don't know.
But
I'm
it's like
just
what you were-
dreading the day where they add, like, they start making updates. You have to pay for them.
paid updates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
I
I
honestly
see
can
A lot of
imagine that
games have
happening.
now.
That's what's always made Minecraft so great, and it's always just been updating like continuously, and always new stuff coming and new features added and all this. And I will say it now. I can imagine very clearly one day they are going to add paid updates, which is going to be ridiculous.
Mojang was one of the few game companies that seemed to be doing it not only for the money. Well,
Yeah,
not Microsoft, but Mojang.
Mojang.
Like
Yeah.
there's other games like Activision. They release Call of Duty every year for $80 here, and then they release a DLC for the game for $80 here, and you could buy supply drops and this and that. And it's Minecraft was one of the games that you could escape from that, and it's feeling less and less like that anymore.
Like, I'm all for, well, I was all for, but now that Microsoft owns it, it's a bit different. Like, I was all for, supporting Mojang and all that, because they were doing this, they were making, all this content for no extra profit.
Yeah.
But, like, now that Microsoft, it's like they're trying to make profit on absolutely everything. And the one thing also that I really don't like about the whole Bedrock edition is that everything is controlled by Microsoft. Like, look at the servers. Look at all these partnered servers. It's ridiculous.
They have
You can't host your own server.
No. Like, you have to get around, you have to play on, like, Mineplex or Hypixel or whatever, because they're partnered servers.
Lifeboat is also a very scummy server. Like,
yeah, from what I hear, Lifeboat is absolutely terrible, and you basically can't play it. Can't play it unless you have VIP.
You can donate, or you can buy a purchase, or you can buy a package that lets you save your kit, and you're gonna want to buy that because there's like a 500 block walk or a very difficult parkour course just to pick your own kit.
That's ridiculous.
First of all, it does make you make an account when you first join. I do clearly remember this. You have to make an account with your email the first time you join, and then verify your email, which is kind of just, I hate when companies do that, verify your email. Anyway, I was going to go back to what you said, Patrick, with the ages. I feel like there's just going to become, it's going to divide the audience more, where Java Edition will be for the more mature, older audience.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like the Bedrock will be more for the youngins.
Yeah, which
the
is
younger
sad.
audience who don't, yeah.
It's Minecraft used to be all, one community, and if you watch it over, like, if you look over the past few years even, all the different people that have stopped playing Minecraft because of the community and because of how it's changed into a much younger audience.
How scary it is. Like, once we're gone, like, once our like generation, I guess you could say, is gonna be left to kids who have grown up with the Bedrock edition.
Yeah, and then they
accept.
It's gonna be interesting to see how it changes over time.
And there won't be a
master plan.
There won't be a Yogscast to help bring it back into like popularity. That ship has sailed.
Everything's all. It's very. Without, I mean, sure, when I started playing Minecraft, I was on Pocket Edition. It would have been 2011 or something. When I was, how old was I? Like 14 or 13, something. Can't quite remember.
Wait, you were at 1.14?
What?
You weren't born at the age you are now?
I'm so confused. I don't know how old. Anyway, point being is, the kids and people who are playing on Bedrock Edition, that is their Minecraft, and like they will grow up with that, whereas we grew up with Java Edition.
Okay,
as much as I hate to say it, when I first started Minecraft, which was, I think I started with the Halloween update when they added the Wither, which was around 1.4. I had this old Dell. It pulled like 15 frames a second, but I got into creative playing before survival. I was playing in creative, just like it was a way for me to, kind of make things. And I started enjoying that quite a bit. Then once I discovered YouTube, I was like, oh, now we've got this survival aspect of the game. And now that's actually very interesting because all of these kids are growing up with a much bigger emphasis on YouTube. And you see these YouTubers who have way more control than they probably think over how Minecraft is played, what these kids are going to do.
And it's become like, if you look at the Minecraft, like YouTube 3-4 years ago, it was more about like actually playing Minecraft. And for example, if you look at people like, for example, I grew up a lot on Skyder's Minecraft and all the stuff that he used to do and all the games, and I stopped watching him probably a year or so ago, and I think he's actually discontinued his whole channel now. But what he basically started doing was playing all these roleplay things and stupid like overdone mini game stuff, and he like even admitted it. He doesn't, or at that point he didn't like Minecraft. He didn't care about it. He just liked playing with his friends. But the whole concept of Minecraft to him at the time had been completely lost, and now he's
There's a survival element.
Discontinued
The survival element went away.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say
Patrick,
I grew up with. I'm sorry, Kyle. I'll mention one more thing, with Doc. I'm sorry, with Doc M and Etho, two very technical players, and the technical aspect of the game, I feel like is going to be kind of left behind also with all these kids, you know, playing these maps and all of this stuff. The possibilities of the game won't be realized any longer.
Yeah.
Which is
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna make an argument to your point, Patrick, where you said it's gonna be very different now that the Bedrock Edition's out. I'm gonna argue that it will be different, but I feel like there's a possibility Bedrock will still be seen as the console edition, and if you're playing on PC, you should play the Java edition. And if that's the case, then I don't think it really will be different, because I started out on the console
10 and all that.
It's very similar to the Bedrock is right now, with lots of paid stuff, and it's actually better than the console edition was. It's at least caught up feature wise. The console edition was like 2.5 years behind on updates for a while there when I played on it.
Yeah, it was.
It's always great to play with friends, especially the Java edition makes that so much easier. I'd have to say, like you said, the on this what did you say, partnered servers, like with us, it's pretty simple just to set up a server and get some friends on. So
yeah,
if you just want to.
Minecraft's changing. I think we're just going to have to adapt to it.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been playing this game for almost 6 or 7 years. It's obviously bound to change a little bit.
You know who else has been playing for 6 or 7 years?
New Existence members like Sky the Unaccompanied Miner and Waddles, and also Duo and me. So let's talk about those guys. Like we should have 10 minutes ago.
Well, we'll just we might as well welcome them in, and so
hey, welcome guys. We love you. Sky the Company Miner, he's a cool boy, and Waddles, he's also a cool boy.
Cool boy too.
Fairly exciting. Every time I've been on, Sky has been on, which leads me to think there's someone in my time zone.
You're not alone anymore.
The best part is
exciting.
The best part is Waddles is also in my time zone. It's really cool.
And then there's me, all by myself.
Yeah, weirdo.
The closest person is Pineapple, and he's like 2 hours behind me.
Noah is actually very close to me. We have to do some sort of meetup sometime now.
Pokemon Go episode.
Yeah, we're gonna do our Pokemon Go Let's Play.
Oh my gosh.
But hey, so about the numbers, I have a song to play for them.
Uh-oh. Is it gonna get a copyright strike?
Are you ready?
This is no. Well, should we wrap things up here and finish off with a song?
Yeah.
Outro music.
This is the part where we say goodbye. And thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone. We love you. Thanks for watching.
Listening to the podcast.
See you next month.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the Existence server so we can get 100 subs and have a custom URL.
Yeah. And also,
if you would like to find out what happens in UHC, make sure you watch the episodes.
And be sure to go subscribe to all the new members.
And
more.
the current ones, because, you know, we're equally as brilliant.
So once you get done with this checklist of things to do,
You can
the
sit back
next
and enjoy the
podcast will
song.
probably be recorded.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
All right, Noah, you have a song for us?
Yep. All right. So this is for our lovely member, Isogravity. If you know, his birthday was the other day.
Oh no.
Now, see, this morning I found a recorder. It was my old recorder.
Oh no, you're gonna
And
play the
I-
song yourself.
Yeah, I played.
I
Alright,
remember.
everyone get
Wait,
comfy.
I want to tell a story before Noah plays the recorder. I remember me and Liam were flying to a woodland mansion about 40,000 blocks away, and the entire time Noah was playing songs on his recorder. It was great. But anyway,
I was about to say that was the best thing ever.
yeah,
I have
it
the
was
recordings
so good.
of him playing All Star and so funny.
It's so
So
good.
I'm gonna play a happy birthday for Isogravity. Can you guys sing along?
No.
Okay. Ready? Here we go. Here we go.
Hip hip hooray!
Happy birthday, Iso!
And that's the end of the podcast. Goodbye,
See you
dear.
next month.